16.
Right there, yeah.
Jim, just straight ahead for me. That's it, young man, right here, sir.
Mr. McGraw, right out this way.
Jim, back to the right once more.
Jim.
Jim, to your left.
This is Masi.
One more big smile right here,
And back to your right, Alicia.
Alicia,
Just straight ahead. Alicia,
right
just straight ahead.
all the way back to your right.
Alicia, right here once more, please.
Alicia. Right aquí, un saludo. Un saludo, Sofia.
Back to your right.
We love your show. We watch it all the time.
Oh, really?
You're the best, man.
Thanks.
It's like so much fun. Seriously,
Thanks.
you're fantastic.
Oh, that's great. Thanks.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Go like
Together to your, all the end. Tie all the way to your right.
cut in front of him.
Yep.
Thank you.
Gabby, give us a wave. All the way back to your right. Gabby, to your left, to your left. Can we need a slide right here, please?
Thank you.
Jennie?
Someone who has been, very personally affected by cancer, the death of my father. I hate for anybody to suffer what my father did or what we did, losing him. And so we need to find a cure. 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women that we know will get cancer. And so that means that we're all affected in one way or another. And that's why I think, everybody's grouping together to lend time and money and energy to help this amazing cause.
Well, it's a struggle that so many people are dealing with now, and I have a lot of close friends that are dealing with it, and some that have battled and lost, and some that continue to battle. And so I think just to feel that unity and that coming together and that rising up against something so awful as cancer, it's important.
Anyone who's making a significant contribution to stopping cancer, it just kind of has to be done. Everyone knows a bunch of people. What is it? It's like 1 in 2 people, 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women. I know a bunch of people who've died and survived from it.
Well, I think it's a great cause. I'm also a cancer survivor, so it's a cause that is very close to my heart. I've been in remission for a long time now. I had thyroid cancer, and I had a thyroid removal, which is a cancer that is, very common in young women, and it's very important to catch it in time so that it doesn't really become like a crazy sickness.
We've been fighting cancer my whole lifetime. My grandmother is a breast cancer victim. There are other members of my family who have some form of cancer, and I have a lot of friends who have died, especially males, of prostate cancer or been treated for it. So I think anything we can do or anything I can do to do my part to help create and raise awareness is a very important thing for me to do.
It's very much of a community, and it's rare to really get a large group of people together like this, people in and out of your business and other businesses, and I think it feels like a family in a city that can sometimes, maybe feel slightly alienating.
Nothing could have prepared me for what I experienced tonight. Answering those phones over and over and just hearing people's personal stories, just people opening up on the phone, and being able to, speak freely with them back and forth about my stories and their stories, and just kind of exchange and console each other.
I do believe that we can find a cure, and that's why I'm here today. I'm standing up for my aunt that I lost to breast cancer, but I also have so many family members that have been affected by all kinds of cancers.
It affects people that I love and affects my life, so many people out there that are touched by it and whose lives are, ruined by it, so I'm just happy to be here.
Nobody goes through life without this disease touching somebody they know or somebody in their family. It's just something that it's got to be taken care of.
My wife was diagnosed 2 years ago with breast cancer, and thank God it was early, and she's doing fine now. I lost a good friend, Peter Boyle, to cancer.
I stand up for my mom. I lost her 4 years ago to colon cancer, so it's a beautiful thing to see everyone come together for a cause that everyone is affected by.
I've lost grandparents to cancer. I think everyone's lost someone to cancer. But on a more positive note, I've also had friends who've beaten cancer.
Cancers that 5 years ago were terminal diagnosis are now, a livable, manageable, treatable cancer, and that's the goal, is to, get some forms of cancer just to be manageable, and to live your life and not be defined by the disease.
I think of my dad, Jack Delaney. He died at the age of 56, which is my age now, so that's a little freaky to me. And he had pancreatic cancer, and that was over 30 years ago, and nothing has changed in treatment of pancreatic cancer, so we really need funding for it.
Well, my mother is a 30-plus year breast cancer survivor. My sister is a recent ovarian cancer survivor. Everybody is touched by this disease in some way, and everybody wants to find a cure for the disease as soon as they possibly can.
Most importantly, it engages people all over the country in learning what's going on in cancer research, what progress has been made over the last several years. We're on a roll. We're doing really good things with Stand Up to Cancer.
Thinks it has us beat. It's so confident that when it comes knocking on our door, it shows up with such a force that it takes that door down in one brutal, swift kick.
Cancer didn't bring me to my knees. It brought me to my feet.
For as long as we have walked the earth, cancer has chased us down. I personally have been all too aware of this disease since I was a child, and my father died of cancer at 42.
Please stand up for Justin Miller. And you should join this movement too. That way, Justin and all the other kids battling cancer will know we've got their back.
Some wonder if they caught it early enough. Others fear they waited too long. What I want them to know is that our breast cancer dream team is making progress.
I remember your little laugh, race cars on the kitchen floor, plastic dinosaurs. I love you to the moon and back.
But when it comes to prostate cancer, we have to man up.
Thoughts and consciousness are pivotal in creating a healing environment in the body. Any cell has the potential to become cancerous, but a robust immune system can target and eradicate cancer cells.
Every cent goes to the kind of research that's finding real breakthroughs and changing the lives of patients and their families right now.
100% of what you give now and all year long will go toward this critical work and all of the other dream teams you heard about tonight.